Hey guys, Monica here, and I just wanted to show you a few quick tips on how to get through your data faster when you're using Excel or Google Spreadsheets. So if you start with a data set, I've got this Olympic athletes information, and this particular data set right now is in TextPad, which is just a text editing document. And it's tab delimited, which means that for every column on a row, there will be a tab. Now, you can also have comma delimited or pipe delimited. A pipe is this character, this straight up and down line. Tab is the easiest to work with because it's a direct cut and paste. So if I copy all this and then copy it, and then I come in over here to Google, I can actually just paste it, and it will paste nicely. Now, if you have comma delimited, it's a little bit more difficult, and I will show you that. Well, I said it would paste nicely. Paste. Nope, it's frozen. Lovely. Ah, there it goes. Okay, so, sometimes Google spreadsheets can be slow. So this pastes nicely, and you can see like each column here is good. Now, if I were to come in here and do a global replace, so search, replace, and do the tab, which is a little hard, by the way. You sort of have to copy it. To copy the tab and then paste it in here, which it actually was because it was doing that. And then I replaced that with a comma. You'll see it'll go through and it'll replace all the tabs with a comma. So it's going to look a little different, right? So I'm going to go ahead and save this as athletes, comma. And then if you need to import that into Excel, you can do data from text. Excel, I have these in a athletes, comma. So you click this import button. You're going to say it's delimited. My table has headers. You're going to want to start the import at row 1. Go ahead and click next. And then this is the delimiter. So you know how I said it was tab. I've changed it to comma. So I'm going to go ahead and uncheck tab. And then it's going to show me this preview. Go ahead and click next. And then you can go through and say what kind of columns these are. I generally don't. It picks it up pretty well. So go ahead and click finish. And then it asks where you want to put it. I actually don't want to put it there. I want to put it up here. So I'm just going to click to over here because it's whatever cell it has highlighted. So say okay. And there we have our data that was comma delimited, and now it's in columns. And how you do that over here in Google, which is being super slow, I'm going to go ahead and just create a new sheet. And then we can do data. Oh, not data. I don't actually know how to do this. Let's see if I can just do it this way. I think this will just paste it all into the thing. So what I would do in this case, actually, with a comma delimited file, if I were trying to paste it, is that I would actually convert it using TextPad to tab delimited. I would do the opposite of what we did here before. So I would actually replace, I'm going to cut that. I would replace the comma, and then I'd have to come make a tab character. Oops. So I would go ahead and massage the data in TextPad before I took it over to Google Docs because it won't paste nicely. Okay, back to sheet 1. Okay, so a few things that you can do. First is if you want to select all your data, you can click this little corner box. Some people don't know that, so I just thought I'd show you. Or it's the same, by the way, for Excel. Excel is the same. Click. Everything's 6. Then what I normally do is, because I have a header row, I will bold it. And then see this little darker line here and my little hand grab over here on the left? If you click that and pull it down, it freezes the top pane. So see how it says Michael Phelps here? Well, when I scroll down, that top row will stay, which is pretty cool. And then the same thing for this one here that's for the column. So I can freeze their name, and then if I scroll over to the right, it will keep their name there. So that's called freezing panes or freezing columns or rows. And you can also do that in Excel, but it's done a little differently. You do that from the, sorry, I forget where it is. It's up here somewhere though. Maybe. View, freeze panes. So here they do freeze top row or freeze first column. They don't actually have the drag, but if you actually see my box here is on C5. So if you do freeze pane here, it'll actually freeze the ones above it and the ones to the left of it. So you can see these gray lines that appeared after I clicked that. And then if you scroll over, you can see it stops there. So Excel lets you do it that way, and it's in this view tab. Sorry, it took me a minute to find that. So back on Google Docs, the next thing we're going to want to do is filter this data. Now, if you wanted to filter a subset of data, you could pick it, but right now I just want to filter everything. So just click the filter button, which is this funnel, and then you can see all these little arrows like came, right? So what this does is it allows you to say, like, only show me the year 2000. So I can click clear and click OK. And now I'm only seeing the athletes that won a medal in the year 2000. What if I wanted to see the year 2000 and only medalists from the United States? Now I'm only seeing the medalists from the US and from the year 2000. So you can see my data set does this, right? Okay, one more filter. Let's add, archery. Look at that. We have no gold medalists. So if I actually filter down, well, zero's my only filter there, so I could remove that. But we had 3 medalists in archery in the year 2000. Right? So do you see how that works? It's pretty cool, right? So I'm going to go ahead and clear this by selecting all, which is a little different. But so say now I wanted to sort these athletes by age. So I can come in here and say sort A to Z, and it will sort them by age. Now, if you've got stuff that's not numbers in a field like that, it will sort it alphabetically. So let's say I want the year 2002. And then I'm going to need to resort it if I wanted to do it by age. You can sort it by name. You could see, Angela, Apollo, Bill. However you want to do it. Maybe you just want to know about ice hockey. You can type in here, ice hockey. All right, clear all, ice hockey. Okay. I didn't do that very well. Clear, ice hockey. Okay. There we go, just ice hockey. So that's how you do that in Google Docs. Over here in Excel, what you would do, I'm going to go ahead and bold this. This is actually in the Home tab. There's this sort and filter over here all the way to the right. So you're going to say filter. And then you can see the same little arrows appear. Now, Excel has a little bit of a nicer interface for using this, but it's the same stuff. Country, I'd say none. Okay. You can do the same sort of stuff. It's got the sorting, sort A to Z. And then Excel knows when it's a number, so you can sort smallest to largest. And then you can see that this little arrow appears actually in Excel. So that's what you can do with sorting and filtering in Excel to get to your data faster. Oh, one more note. If you actually total these down at if you scroll to the bottom and do sum functions, let me get to the bottom a little faster. It will actually only sum the ones that are there. So it'll filter out anything you have filtered out, if that makes sense. So there's only 130 gold medals here. Whereas if you were to do everything and clear your filters, you can just say clear, by the way, here in Excel. Clear. Then you can see now it's 3,143. So filtering will also allow you to do that. So it's pretty cool stuff, and I hope this helps you get through some data sets faster and easier. And if you guys have any other questions, leave a comment and I will answer them. Have a great day. That was my phone. Bye.